Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to get straight to the core of interesting ideas. Today, we're digging into a really, let's say, provocative take on wealth, how we consume, and, well, Bitcoin's role in it all.
Mhm.
The material comes from a YouTube transcript. The fiat system is fueling an endless cycle of overconsumption.
Yeah.
Bitcoin fixes this. It's from the Jack Mallers show.
Right. A pretty strong title.
Definitely. So our mission today is really to unpack this view, how it connects things like personal responsibility, the value you create, and building wealth, specifically through a Bitcoin lens.
Yeah, it challenges some standard financial thinking for sure.
It does. Let's get into it. The source kicks off with a pretty bold statement. The only thing better than Bitcoin is more Bitcoin.
Right. And, hearing that, your first thought might be speculation, trading, trying to time the market.
Sure, that's common.
But digging in, it's clear that's not really the point here. It's more fundamental. Almost a life philosophy, actually.
Yeah.
It's about living within your means. Crucially, not spending more money than you actually make.
Okay, that's a key distinction then. The source seems very clear that it's your work, the actual value you offer the world that should pay for your lifestyle.
Exactly.
And it warns you, right? Don't confuse a bull run, when prices shoot up with the value you've personally generated through effort. Why is that separation so important here?
Well, it's critical because, from this perspective, if you mix those two upmarket luck versus your own output, it can lead you down a path of unsustainable spending. You start living off asset appreciation instead of value creation.
Makes sense.
And, everyone wants more money, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty universal.
Yeah, absolutely.
This source offers just two solutions, and they're incredibly blunt. It says you have to either be more valuable or consume less shit.
Wow. Okay. Direct.
Very direct. There's no talk of a clever shortcut, no sneaky trade. Just those two core actions. Provide more value or cut your consumption. It's stark, isn't it? Real back-to-basics economic message.
So wanting more boils down to either bringing more in through your value or spending way less. How does that actually, play out day to day?
Okay, let's use an analogy. Think of your own life like a sort of personal economy.
All right.
Every day, you've got this ledger, right? On one side, there's the value you create for other people. Your work, your services, basically your income.
Okay, the credit side.
Exactly. And on the other side, there are the resources you consume, your expenses, everything you buy and use. The debit side. The core argument here is that, ideally, your consumption side should never consistently, perpetually be bigger than your creation side.
Like a business needing to make more than it spends.
Precisely.
Hmm.
A healthy business can't just keep spending more than it earns indefinitely. And this view says neither should you. If your goal is to genuinely build wealth and, in this context, accumulate something like Bitcoin in a disciplined way.
Which then leads into this source's really sharp critique of the current financial system.
Oh, yeah. Very sharp.
It calls it this ridiculous, disgusting fiat system that has robbed society of that check and balance. What is that check and balance that fiat supposedly removed? And how is Bitcoin meant to, fix it?
Right. So the critique is aimed squarely at modern money fiat currency, money not backed by, say, gold. The claim is that this system is sort of detached financial reward from, well, real productive effort. It argues it's created a situation where there are, and this is a quote, no consequences for providing no value but extracting all the value.
That's a strong accusation.
It is. Let's try a metaphor here.
Huh.
Imagine the fiat system, according to this view, is like a leaky bucket.
Okay.
Water representing resources. Value is constantly dripping out.
Hmm.
But there's no strict direct rule saying you personally have to refill it through your own work before you can take more water out.
So value leaks without direct accountability for replenishment.
That's the idea. Bitcoin, then, in this perspective, acts like a seal for that leak because it has a fixed supply, and how you get it is transparent and verifiable. It forces that direct link. You want more Bitcoin. You have to generate real-world value to trade for it, or drastically cut consumption to save up for it. It forces, let's say, accountability. Value isn't just printed. It has to be earned through effort and saved with discipline.
Okay, so bringing it back to the listener. If someone hears this and thinks, all right, I get the philosophy, how do I actually get more Bitcoin this way? What's the practical advice?
The source makes it incredibly simple, almost deceptively simple. The instructions are, you work, you consume less than the value you create, you take the excess, you buy Bitcoin.
Work, create value, spend less, save the difference in Bitcoin.
That's it. It's not presented as some complex financial strategy. It's a personal action plan. And it wraps up with that really memorable line. Nobody said it was going to be easy. I said it was going to be worth it.
Yeah, that certainly lands with impact. This whole deep dive, it really pushes you to think about consumption, value, what you produce versus what you use.
Hmm.
It's a strong call to maybe rethink priorities, to see if this kind of disciplined, maybe even austere approach has relevance for your own financial life, whether Bitcoin is involved or not, actually.
That's definitely food for thought.
It really is. It leaves us with a lot to chew on. So maybe a final thought for you, the listener. What existing check and balance do you think is most vital in our society today? And how might its weakening or maybe its strengthening affect how we all behave and take responsibility? We hope you found this deep dive useful. If you did, please do follow, like, and share it. It really helps.
Yeah, absolutely.
And for more discussions like this, you can follow What Bitcoin Taught Me on Twitter X, Nostr, Bluesky, Threads, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Thanks for joining us.